Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Well, today's idiom is from pillar to post. From pillar to post. And that means when you're passed from one place to another, or perhaps from one person to another, and there doesn't seem to be any progress. Okay. So, for example, if you go to see a doctor and he says, yeah, you have this which is wrong with you, but my colleague wants to see you. And the other doctor says, oh, I'm not sure what's wrong with you. And then the third doctor says, oh, you have to see my colleague. That's a good example. You're being passed from pillar to post. We use this a lot when you seem to be going round in a big circle, getting nowhere. Another idiom to express this is going round the houses. So you can say, oh, I was at the hospital yesterday. I was just passed from pillar to post. And another way you can say it is, oh, I was at the hospital yesterday and I just felt like I was going round the houses. There was just no final outcome. It just didn't end. And yes, it's a very common phrase that to be passed from pillar to post or to be going round the houses. Okay, so another example might be if you are waiting in a government department, they also are infamous for this, and you ask for something to be done. And the person tells you, oh, well, I think you need another form for that. You have to talk to my colleague who works in this other department. And then you go to the other department and they say, oh, well, I'm not so sure about that. I haven't heard of that particular thing before, but it's not us. I'll need to send you back to the first department. So this is being passed from pillar to post. If it's you who's trying to find the answer, and you're not being sent anywhere, you're just being told to try somewhere else, then that's going round the houses because it's your choice to go and find information. Whereas with doctors and sometimes government departments, you are the one who's being sent. You're sitting there just watching them sending you to different places. So that's from pillar to post. And also the other one as well, which is going round the houses, which kind of indicates that you have a choice to do that. So, oh, I tried this first number, that didn't work. I tried this second number, that didn't work. Oh, and I tried to call this other person that I know works there. This stuff is going round the houses. So let me just explain. Moving from pillar to post or being passed from pillar to post is usually an action which other people are doing to you. They're physically moving you and negating responsibility. Going around the houses is when you're desperately trying to ask people for help and not getting very far. There's a thin line between the two. A thin line between the two. And that's it. So that's from pillar to post and going around the houses. So let me just give you a few more examples because yesterday I had problems with one of my eyes and I had to go to the hospital. And so the first person I saw, they told me, yeah, we don't think it's anything serious, maybe diabetes. We'll pass you to our eye department and they will help you to restore your eye, which isn't working. But when I got there, they told me, oh, no, you need to have a brain scan and everything else. And then I was passed back to the first consultant who said, oh, I'm really sorry. And then he passed me somewhere else. So you can hear there that I was being passed from pillar to post. There wasn't really any outcome of that, except they told me that I probably have diabetes and I need to go and get that checked next week. But while all that was happening, of course, I was being passed from pillar to post, and I started to ask people myself, look, what's the situation here? And as I started to ask different people, that meant I was going around the houses. All right, so that's just a few different examples of the ways in which you can use it. I'm glad to say though that today, the day after, uh, my eyesight is a little bit better. They covered one of my ordinary glasses. I wear glasses on my face, so they covered up one of those. So I'm looking like some kind of sea pirate, which no doubt you'll probably get to see next week if we have some lessons together. But everything is fine. And of course, today I'll be flying off to the Netherlands. So from tomorrow, you should begin to be hearing some podcasts from the Netherlands, because that's where I'll be for the next 4 days. And hopefully by that time, my eyesight will have fully recovered, and I'll be able to tell you more about when I can see that. Of course, there's always the possibility that my plane will crash into the sea forever. And, I'm quite negative with flying. So if there's no podcast tomorrow, you'll know what happened. Well, you'll probably hear about it in the news, I guess. But as long as my flight is fine, then I'll be here tomorrow to give you more information. And there we are. That's it from me. So enjoy your day. Don't let anyone pass you from pillar to post, or don't waste your time going around the houses, because sometimes there just isn't any final outcome or opinion, because nobody really knows, especially with doctors. So anyway, that's it. See you all soon. Bye.